Okay. Woo. Took a minute to get to you guys this morning, but that's okay. Let me put this on in my ear. Let me turn you up a little bit there. Turn me up a little bit there. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Is it still morning?
It took us a minute, but we weren't going to not come. Because
of course.
There's a long weekend.
It's a very long weekend, and you guys are not going to see, well, you might. But you won't see us on Monday morning at this normal
location situation.
It won't be the same bat time, but it will be the same channel.
Right.
But we're here. It's the dawn of the Labor Day weekend, and a lot of people out there are getting their barbecue fixings ready, or we're in Texas, right? So they're getting their fishing gear ready,
possibly,
or
yes,
maybe their camping gear ready, maybe, or get ready to go out to a lake or to a thing.
Or getting
mad
ready
because the kids already got a day off, and you're like, what?
or getting a containers ready to come to your house and get them leftovers. Oh, that would be me.
What?
That would be me.
It's like, ooh, what you gonna do with the rest of that macaroni?
I'm getting that ready.
You know me. What you gonna do with the rest of that cake? You don't need that. What? It's so bad for you. Let me dispose of it.
You gotta come for barbecue.
I do. I hear that the barbecue at your house is
it's good
next
stuff.
level.
Next level barbecue.
I'm gonna have to get some of that. I'm gonna have to get some of that. I'll bring the cake.
I can just imagine. I was just about to say that. Literally, I can imagine inviting Zay Zay over for dinner. I can see it now. Kenny's going to be doing some cooking or whatever, and I'm going to be running to the store to go get some cake. I want to surprise him with a cake. I'm going to get 3.
Oh, coming.
Every room he walks into, there's going to be a cake. Can I use your bathroom? Sure can.
And you go to Nika's house, right? And there's cake everywhere.
But only when you're there. There would be a cake in the bathroom for you. You'd be like, cake.
Okay.
It's the best bathroom experience ever.
What? I don't even need toilet paper.
That's what I'm
sorry. Just give me my 3 seashells.
Yeah, I'm just, 3 seashells.
What do you know about 3 seashells?
Gosh.
What do you know about 3 seashells?
If I could tell you the name of that movie. But that was Wesley Snipes and old boy.
Yes.
Back in the day, I used to love that movie.
Demolition Man.
Yes, when he say illuminate.
Illuminate. I changed the settings. Man, how'd you get my settings, dog? Like,
so everybody used to make fun of me because that was like
your iPhone.
One of my favorite movies.
Demolition Man.
It was.
Did you see do you remember how they got rid of airbags and it was just like foam? Yes. You just crashed the car.
The whole car foamed up on your butt. And then the fact that the radio station was commercials.
All commercials. Like they're rocking those. Like here's the remix to the 1989 Slinky. Bow, bow, bow. They're like, Slinky, a Slinky, a wonderful, wonderful toy.
They're like, I love this jam.
Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Remember this?
That was so funny.
So yeah,
big old night out on the town to Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
I love Demolition Man.
We gotta watch that.
I'm gonna go home and watch it.
I'm gonna put it on my list for the weekend. For sure.
I'm gonna go home and watch it. That is one of the things. You know what other movie I always pop in? That's just old and doesn't matter, and I watch it 1,000 times.
What's that?
Like when you really feel like I've watched all these movies. What am I gonna watch? I'm gonna watch this one again, and it is Harlem Nights. Freaking love watching Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights is good.
It's so
good movie going. It really is, man.
I just
Everybody
pop
looks
it
so
in all
good
the time.
in that movie too. Everybody looks so good in that movie.
It's just funny. The
Candy Man. Made me want to open a candy shop.
I'm just saying.
Just open a shop, just candy.
Just candy. He says,
just candy.
He says, you make all this money and you sell candy? Well, it's a good business.
It's a good business. People love candy. Man, and put a barber pole in the front because it looked like a peppermint stick.
You
get a lot of hate mail from the Barber Association, but whatever. It looks like peppermint, man.
It look like peppermint and I sell candy.
Like peppermint and I sell candy.
Oh man! So what are we gonna do this weekend?
I don't know.
You know what?
Man.
I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do.
I gotta work a bit, but I still want to take some time.
Yeah, please.
Take some time, right?
You're gonna be doing editing and videoing and stuff like that, like your back of the house work or your front of the house?
No, yeah, right. No, I have some voiceover sessions I got to do, and it's just a lot of
good stuff. Oh, speaking of voiceovers, I got these liners that I haven't written yet that I need to read.
Never stops.
Speaking of, and you was joking that one day reading something, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have him do these liners.
Right.
That's a good voice right there.
Right. Ooh, I need that one for this. You do any more?
Can you do these 12?
Yes, Nika. Yes, I can.
Oh, you're so awesome.
Man, so, but there's going to be some food involved, gotta be.
Yeah.
There's going to be some family time involved, gotta be.
We're going to be cleaning and rearranging, because you know how I get antsy and I have other ideas, and we're going to buy new shirt machines and all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to rearrange the other side, and then we're like days away from this side. So we're going to do some, arranging stuff.
I love it.
Yeah,
that'll be good.
See, I'm gonna look for some furniture.
So while you guys are resting and relaxing by the lake,
by
or by
whatever.
the pool, or by the wherever, we're working behind the scenes to make sure the one is better for you.
Always trying to make it better. Always trying to make it better.
It is a beautiful day in the Alamo City.
Oh, and I want to tell you this too. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. No.
But we had somebody. It was a random person on the One TV post that said, "That is an awesome set." So I just wanted to tell you.
Oh, very good.
Because, you helped with the idea and made it visual.
We're glad you like it. Watch how much better it gets over the next 2 months.
It's going to get awesome.
Beautiful day in the Alamo City. Today it will be 98 degrees as the high under partly cloudy skies with a low of 79 tonight. But that's okay because the cool front is a-coming.
Yes, and it's going to rain, right?
It is, well, here's the thing. That has changed just a little bit except for on Monday where it's supposed to be those isolated thunderstorms on the actual holiday. But,
Gotcha.
As my father-in-law told me that everybody in Texas says, just wait around 5 minutes and the weather will change.
And the weather will change. You hear what I'm saying? Oh my God. He is correct.
Just wait around 5 minutes.
Because I know the other day it was raining. I was like, oh, it's raining. I walked outside. I was like, it was
raining.
Sunny again.
Right.
The rain is already dried.
It's like somebody out here just like, nope, I don't like this.
Never mind.
Okay,
just
that's
kidding.
Better. What? The Lord is like,
hey, Glow Dizzle, I don't know if you're on here yet, Glow Dizzle, but if you are on here, I'm going to need you to come see us on Monday for barbecue. Because I know you're going to want some. I feel like Labor Day we should play spades or something and something like dominoes or something.
I think that maybe on Labor Day we should labor.
No, we should.
What? The only country in the world that celebrates work with a day off. That is us.
America's so backwards.
Yes.
We are so
We celebrate work with a day off. Anyway.
We celebrate Christmas at the wrong time of the year.
Right.
Jesus was born in the summer, but...
He was born in April.
But...
However, December 25th sounds like a good roundabout.
I like it.
But that's not America, though. That's ancient, like, the solstice with the this. Why don't we just move that over and then we'll celebrate it together?
I was going to blame it on America.
Right. National Night Out, October. Might just do it in October.
San Antonio.
Nobody will know. Nobody will know. We actually have a lot of things that we can celebrate today on August 31st. Should I also go into what you can celebrate over the weekend or no?
No.
We just do today. So because there's so much. So today is National College Colors Day.
Mine was maroon and white.
Maroon and white.
Texas
Mine
A&M.
was whatever money is, because that's really all they really wanted to do. We didn't have any teams of stuff.
Yes.
Also, National Diatomaceous Earth Day.
He took a second to read that.
Yes,
twice.
I did. It's Diatomaceous Earth Day. So we use Diatomaceous Earth Day to recognize the diatom and the remarkable mineral that it creates. Most people know of diatomaceous earth because they use it to filter their swimming pools or for its natural insecticide properties to control insects in their homes or their gardens. Biologists know about diatoms, the single-cell plants that form diatomaceous earth, because they are truly the lungs of the earth that produce about 3/4 of the world's new oxygen supply.
Wow.
Diatomaceous earth.
Never heard of that.
There you go. Well,
I learned something.
We are here to entertain and to
educate, inform.
Yes,
yes,
we are. So it is also National South Carolina Day.
Okay.
You can have that.
Okay.
National South Carolina Day and National Matchmaker Day.
Okay, I like that.
Are you a matchmaker?
Oh, yes, yes. And I've got one, at least one. I feel like I have a few, but one, they got married. And that was a literal.
You have a success story.
I have a
massive success story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I try to take credit for it every chance I get.
I know. See them too?
I did that.
See that, baby? That's your girl.
They got two. That was me. It wasn't for me.
Right. No swimmers to the egg.
Yeah, I tried to. I did, that's probably not
why
right,
one of them's not named Nika right now. I have no idea.
What's going on?
I don't care, they boys.
Yeah.
Nika.
Nico.
Boom.
I'm just saying.
I like it though.
I have a success story.
If you have a success story, that's great. Now, how many of those attempts have succeeded?
Well, I feel as if all the ones that I've really done were good. Right?
Okay.
But then people just try to put stuff on me. I'm not gonna name no names. Just because you're at the one event and you meet them at an event that we
and
throw,
it's your fault.
It's not my fault that y'all stuff
It is your
did not
fault
work out.
that he's ghosting me right now, Nika, because I met him
at Jazzed Up Friday. Right. This is not
outside
my fault.
before I walked in.
And my boo knows who I'm talking to. It is
next
not my
door
fault.
at the barbershop.
Right.
When I was trying to get change.
If I didn't say this person meet this person, I think y'all would be awesome. Then I didn't matchmake you.
Okay.
Now I have done some. Now I am very good for the, ooh girl, I think so and so is cute. I wonder. Oh, you do?
Okay.
Oh, please.
Hold on. Oh, please. Oh my goodness.
Hey. What you think of so and so?
Hold on a second. Turn around. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. So I likes to push it into.
Yeah,
you like to
push
it
to
together,
nurture
it together.
A situation where love could bloom.
It. Yes,
yeah,
I did that recently.
Did you?
Yes.
And is it
so far so good?
So far,
so good.
I'm right on the barbecue on Monday.
I'm just saying. I just you told me I know that person and I could do this, and so I called and I was like, hey, and a who and a who's gonna do
you know?
I'm all in everybody's business. I'm sorry.
Nika, could you introduce me to
Nanette?
Nobody.
Absolutely.
Right. And today is also National Trail Mix Day. I love, you don't like nothing.
I love. You love everything.
Trail mix. No, I like trail mix. I like the fruit mixed in with the nuts, and let's say you're out on the trail walking around, or maybe experiencing nature. You reach into your bag, you pull out a little bag, and sometimes
so zay.
The problem is though, my favorite is the one with the little peanuts. I mean, with the M&Ms in it. That's
mine too.
That is a problem,
though. To be honest
though.
with it, really?
Yes. Can I tell you why? So years ago, when I was a lot bigger, it was my favorite snack is trail mix, and I thought trail mix is healthy, right?
Right.
So I would go to my wife would had a Costco membership, so we would go to Costco to get groceries and stuff, and I would just get the big bag and then put it in in little bags and Ziplocs, or I would just pour some out for myself and then go to work keep it moving, right? So what happens? Inevitably, there comes a time where I don't have time for Ziploc. Like, let me just get the bag and then I'll just be in my office while I work, and I'll just from time to time and reach in or whatever. A few days later, bag is still in there, and that's my go-to snack in the office. Inevitably, a few days after that, the bag is gone. And I'm like, I just ate a 3-pound bag of trail mix, but I loved it. Here's the problem. Can I tell you the problem?
3 pounds of
just the, you know, whatever the Sam's Club, you know, it's a bigger bag. They're not like the small bags. It's the bigger bag, right? This is the family size for the party.
A trail mix is supposed to last me for 3 weeks.
So here's the problem. I read. Reading is fundamental
and important at the beginning,
but reading sucks sometimes. Look, what was happening was, with the math on the back of the bag and in my mind, I wasn't nowhere near. One of those bags is 10,000 calories. One bag of trail mix from Costco or Sam's Club or the supermarket where they sell those near the chips and the whatever. 10,000 calories. Now.
And you ate it in 2 days.
Okay, stop laughing. So, yes, sometimes it was 2 days. Most times it was 4 days. Like, it would take me the week. But then you know, hey.
Because you were still eating
next
foods
time,
and stuff,
I bought 2 bags. And it was like, these go in like 4 days, but I enjoyed this. So, with that, this was all before reading the bag. 10,000 calories.
You was doing yourself totally wrong.
Right, because I'm thinking, okay, it's nuts, it's whatever. This was before losing weight.
That's what I'm saying.
Right? So I was gaining, continuing to gain.
That you're on the path to.
I was thinking that it's a good, healthy alternative to chips or to whatever. Man, can I tell you something right now?
10,000
calories. If I'd eaten a bag of Lay's ruffled sour cream, and I wouldn't have done nearly the damage I was doing with a 10,000 calorie bag, and that's all of them. You read, because you start reading the serving size,
right?
And then you start reading how many calories a serving size is,
and then you realize the serving size is this.
And then like a quarter cup, and then you look at how many servings per container. Do all that math, equals 10,000 calories, and the math has never changed. Walk into any store right now, turn one of those bags over, and it's 10,000 calories.
I'm like, Poe baby. So instead of putting the sodas down, he had to put the trail mix down.
Put the trail mix down.
Put the trail mix down.
Put that down. You don't need that in your life. Here's a carrot. A carrot? This got M&Ms in it? No. What? Right.
Well, you know, I'm that person that's like, I'm going to eat these veggies because they're better for me. But then I drown them in ranch.
Okay. See, so my wife does that too.
So you
number one, I'm very lucky because I am not a fan of ranch. Like, it's this thick, milky, kind of cheesy. No, I'm not a ranch. I'm not a like, I could take it in doses, but I've never been able to be the guy that like will have a salad and then like you see in the commercials. I'm like, ranch it up. Back that up, right? And I also have a great way to reduce your intake of those sauces too, right? It's beautiful. It's magical, because those sauces can also be detrimental.
That's where all your calories are.
That's a huge amount of calories. I mean,
not all, but a lot.
If you look at your average salad dressing, the average salad dressing is probably 40 calories per serving. Mm-hmm. A serving of that is a tablespoon.
Right.
Put a little there and then spread that whole thing on your salad. No, you.
Yeah. And those are the tricky things right there. Right. So when you know
emptying the bottle,
when you're on a diet and you're eating healthy and they tell you just to squeeze a lemon on top of the lettuce.
Yeah.
That's how you know how many calories salad dressing is. You can't even use it.
A lot of.
You can't even use it.
So here's a great tip for when you're out in a restaurant. If you could do this at home, great. I haven't figured out a good way to do this at home. That's convenient, but because it always seems wasteful. But if you're at a restaurant, here's the perfect way to manage. Right? Mm-hmm. I got this. I told this to a guy who's incredibly health conscious. A few weeks back, he was like, "Oh my gosh, that is genius." I said, "Yes,
it is genius."
Thank you. So here's what you do, right? You ask for the dressing on the side.
Of course.
You get your salad, open it up, right? Take your dressing, throw it away. No, take your dressing. Take the dressing, open it up. Before every forkful of salad, before you take a forkful of salad, dip the fork in the salad dressing. And then take a fork full of salad and eat it. You will do two things there. Number one, you will ensure that every bite has salad dressing on it, right? There's no dry spots. Every bite has delicious salad dressing on it. But you're not drenching your salad in all this excess salad dressing, right? So you're getting your flavor without all the sogginess and stuff that comes with all that salad. You'd be surprised at how much dressing is left in your little cup.
After you get through dipping.
Not only that, but you also enjoyed it.
Like, you can't dip the leaf, because the leaf, that's too much. You dip the fork.
Dip the fork in and then take salad. Dip the fork and then take salad. Man, listen. Amazing. And it works, and that's how I can have ranch like that. But if it's all over, can't do it. Anyway,
made me hungry.
That's the fun tip. That's the fun tip for the morning. The other thing I also cannot eat one of, well, there's a lot of things I just can't eat the serving size of, right? Because that's ridiculous. Do you like Fig Newtons?
Yes.
Have you ever eaten 2 cookies?
Yes.
That's it, and walked away?
Usually 4. So the serving size is 2 cookies. 2 cookies. And how much is the serving?
2 cookies.
No, I mean, how much is the calories for 2 cookies?
Probably 200 and change.
Yeah.
Right? So 200 plus
in other
calories.
Words, if you do a sleeve, you've done yourself an
injustice. Who doesn't eat them by the sleeve, Mika? 2 cookies.
I mean, you're not supposed to eat the whole box of Fig Newtons in one sitting.
Okay, so when I go to a convenience store and they have the section where you can get cookies, you can buy cookies a sleeve at a time. But you're not. It's almost like here's a soda and here's some cookies.
No, that's like.
Why not sell me a pack of 2 cookies so I can be on my way? If that's the only serving, why you sell me a sleeve conveniently packaged in a way that I could put it right in the I have my drink in this drink holder, and then I have the cookies in this drink holder, and I take a cookie and I take a sip, and I'm driving down the highway, and my hair is cascading in the wind, and I'm listening to my tunes, and I'm eating my cookies. That's
exactly how he drives
all the time. Why do that to me?
Well,
2 cookies.
You're supposed
2
to have
Oreos. You ever just have 2 Oreos?
Yes, actually.
Okay. Nigga don't like food.
I don't.
Here's the thing, people. We that like food have a hard time with 2 cookies. Lay's potato chips.
I cannot eat just one of Lay's.
You can't eat.
No.
So they advertise that you can't have just one.
Can't.
What's the serving size?
2 chips.
2 chips. I don't know what the actual serving size is, but it's sad when the worst thing that you conceive for you is actually probably the healthier option. Who doesn't go to fast food and think, oh, I'm just gonna have a salad, and then is stunned and surprised by how many less calories you could have had if you just had the burger.
If you just had the fries.
Instead of, how is it that you go to McDonald's, order a salad, and the salad has more calories in it than a Big Mac?
Yeah.
What? Give me 2 Big Macs because I want to save more. That's a problem. I know that's not the right arithmetic.
That's not.
But no, it's hard to stay healthy.
No,
it's hard to stay healthy,
and actually, it's hard, and it's not necessarily affordable, right? Because the healthier you get, the more expensive it is. So I understand.
Tell me about it.
I'll be trying to. I like when I eat healthy. I feel so much better when I'm not eating fast food all the dang time and all that stuff. I feel so much better. Drinking more water.
You're right. That. I wish they made healthy M&Ms. They do not. So I
was gonna say they're called raisins, but no.
I love raisins.
I like raisins.
You like raisins
and trail nuts, trail mix.
And trail mix. You like
the raisin, the M&M, the pretzel,
M&M, and raisin, pretzel.
Or not some. Well,
because they have nuts, but you're not. Do you pick out do you separate your trail mix?
No, I just eat it.
You're good with that.
I could eat it because I like the salty, sweet
combo in some trail mix.
Yes.
Now, have you ever bought the trail mix that had like fruit instead of like the M&Ms and the stuff?
I have, and I like that too.
I like that too.
So if you go to the markets, and they have all of those different mixes and stuff, I can get down with that.
Yeah, we could get down with that. It's something I wanted to ask you yesterday because you don't like nuts in food. Do you like pecan pie? Because I hear that that's a massive thing here too, right?
I hate pecan pie.
He's not a fan. Okay. I saw a glimmer in her eye that was going to take us to a dark place, so I'm going to keep it moving.
No. I want to like it. I don't like it. Oh
my gosh. Real quick before we do any cotton candy topics.
If we even have time for that. We're just sitting here today. If we got time for that.
So the other day, Kanye West was hitting us with some small slides.
What the?
Right?
Oh, hilarious.
So here's the thing. Kanye West, in case you don't know, went to a wedding wearing slides, right?
2 sizes too small.
That's the thing, right? So after he got a little bit of flack online about his fashion sense or what have you, Kanye's all about being fresh. The fashion sense was being questioned about his slide. So he said he even tweeted out a diagram. This is the Japanese way, right? And the Japanese
he's trying to
way
say that his slides did fit 2 sizes too small
because the way he was wearing them. So he explained that it was the Japanese way of rocking the style named Geta, right? Geta, Geta, right? And so that's how they wear. When you do it the Geta, not the ghetto, the Geta way.
I'm like,
the Geta way, and there was a diagram showing the traditional shoe, and it explained that the strap should be snug but not too tight between the 2 toes, and your heel should extend 1 to 2 centimeters off of the back of the wooden sole, right? So that was his explanation. I was wearing it Geta style. Whatever, Kanye. You know you was wearing. They didn't have the sample that you wanted in your size.
That, man? Why is there an excuse for everything?
So.
Oh, I was doing the Geta thing.
Yeah, I was doing the Geta thing. So, so now he's trying to get the last laugh. He shared a photo.
It's ridiculous.
It's making me laugh. He shared a photo where he was asking the haters, so to speak, right? He was asking them, "Is this better? Are you happy? Oh wait.
Are you happy now?
Yeah. Is this better? Are you? There it is. So boom.
That is hilarious.
So he had these massive.
I was about to say. So he had them made.
Are these slides big enough?
Because
right. So he wasted a bunch of money
exist.
for a joke, probably. Or maybe these will be, some display thing that they put up in a.
Because I'm about to say, because those are actually the slides, right?
So, I don't know.
No, they are. They were gray like that with that. They look exactly like.
They look similar, yeah.
The slides. So I feel like he really did have them made for this
have.
photo.
He might have. I'm hoping that they use it for something else too.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, so he tweeted that, be like, "Are these slides big enough?" And and so then people laughed and what have you. So Kanye West, not without his humor, not without his humor. So that was that. Okay. One quick update and then one addition to a story that we had the other day. Not this. This is different. We'll talk about that later if we want to. Okay, so remember the 2 stories that we talked about on the Come Get Your Kids news that we were talking about, right?
Had me crying.
Well, I was watching this morning a news story while I was getting dressed that updated the 6-year-old who had to have the eye and the surgery from the eye and all that stuff, right? So investigators have found out. They're reporting anyway. I'm hoping the truth, will come out eventually. But they're reporting that the incident didn't actually happen. That the little boy. Those injuries, his broken arm and the eye jammy and all that stuff, and then the surgery to have to remove the gravel, was actually due to a fall. He fell. And they're trying to figure out whether the mom put him up for the fame. Munchausen's is a real thing, right? Munchausen's. But they're trying to figure out why, because it was not. They're thinking that it wasn't true, that he did not get beat up, because they seemed to not be able to find who actually did it, who were the other kids. Nobody saw it. It was like kind of like whatever. So that story may not have happened. He may have fallen.
Shut your mouth.
He may have fallen from a thing and got gravel on him and hurt himself and whatever, and they're still trying to figure out the thing. But to try to calm people down, they don't believe that a group of 5-year-olds beat him up like that.
So they can't find a group of 5-year-olds.
I don't believe they can find anybody responsible for doing it, and they think the doctors have said that his injuries are more consistent with a fall than getting beat up.
Oh no!
Right, so either way, this little boy is hurt, and he has a broken arm, and he had to have surgery, and he's in trouble. I don't know that the kid would have said, "Oh man, I don't want to get in trouble for falling, so I'm going to say that a bunch of 5-year-olds beat me up." Like that's a little out of the realm of the kid. Yeah. But now they're looking at the parents too to find out what's going.
Because they was trying to start a GoFundMe.
Either that or they were negligent. We don't know all the information. I don't know all the information.
They was trying to start a GoFundMe account, and they wanted us to feel sorry. I don't like that because I cried. That was a waste of 6 of my tears.
Well, no, because there's still a little hurt boy.
No, there is a little hurt boy, but at the same time, the little hurt boy that hurt himself while falling, which is what little boys and girls do,
right.
At 5, 6, and 7 when playing in the playground,
right.
That's what happens. So that again is a part of life and growing up and playing and learning how to be more careful when you're in certain situations. Yeah. So of course we never want to see that, but it's a different type of cry, right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like a totally different type of emotion to think that, oh my goodness, some child or children's are this violent or whatever, or someone actually had the little nutskis to say, stop doing that, don't pick on my friend, and then them turn on them. Like there's a lot more like, oh, I'm proud of this little boy, and I'm a lot more emotion in it than you done failed. Somebody want to start a GoFundMe. That's my thing, because everybody's starting to GoFundMe now. So I feel like any excuse to get some money in. I don't know. Oh man, I need to know who made up this story. Because if it's the parents, we going in.
They have been reported to social services, and now social services is
doing their investigation.
Starting to investigate.
Yeah, because we got to go in on these parents, because that's
if it was the parents, we don't know. We don't know. This kid might be crafty. Crafty kids.
That's true.
Crafty kids.
That is true.
So, but continuing on in that, come get your kids news. It's almost like one bullied story got replaced with another, right? So there was another child that was bullied. He was 10 years old from California. His name is Aiden Vasquez. And apparently Aiden Vasquez was punched in the face repeatedly. I feel bad. He was punched in the face repeatedly from bullies.
That looks like a punch.
Refused to punch back, refused to hit back, and refused to fight back. Why? While he was getting beat up, he refused to. He stayed pacifist. Why did he do it? He did it because, you ready? It's the Jedi way.
Oh, that's cute.
It's the Jedi way.
I'm sorry.
And when his mom was asking him, "What are you talking about?" I learned it from Star Wars, Mommy. Jedis don't do that. Okay, it's the Jedi way. So
much like Kanye with his. What was the word that he was using? The flip-flops?
The ghetto.
The getaway.
The getaway.
Oh, it's the Jedi way.
It's the Jedi way.
More tears.
Right. These are proud of you, boy, right? Kind of thing. Aww. So what happens? What happens after that? Get some more tears ready.
Jedi comes to see him?
What? Not see him, because he didn't know yet how to get in touch with him. So Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker, heard about it and sent a message out. And I'm going to read you the message. Okay, you ready? Oh, wait, no. So going back to young Mr. Vasquez, he told his mom that he got it from Star Wars. That's not the Jedi way to fight back like that. He said, "I really don't want anybody to get hurt anymore. I just want everybody to be nice to each other. If you see a bully, run away and tell a teacher." That's what young Mr. Vasquez, young Jedi Vasquez said, right? So in response, Mark Hamill tweeted out, "Shout out to Aiden Vasquez for his courage and wisdom in the face of adversity. I'm so proud of you for showing that you can be a Jedi in real life. Congratulations, Aiden. Congratulations, Aiden. The Force will be with you always." Boom, right? So then another fan started asking Mark Hamill questions, right? And then Mark Hamill tweeted again. He said, "I'm astonished by his wisdom and courage at such a tender age. I may be a fictional Jedi, but this boy is the real deal. Not sure how to reach out to him, but I hope he sees this message and knows how much I admire him."
Aww.
Yeah. So then soon after that, the president of the Star Wars fan organization, the Chicago Jedi, Gabriel Calderon, said, "You're not alone. There are people out there who care about you, who look out for you, and it's part of being a Jedi. That's a special kind of family."
Okay, so I'm gonna say this as we talked the other day, and again, I do get it, but I'm gonna use this as an example when I say that media, in its sense, right, movies, TV, whatever the case may be, does influence folks.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, he was influenced by Star Wars,
and in a positive way, right? So when we think of it, and I see that when people are influenced by media in a positive way, we don't speak on it, right? A lot. Yeah. So then when we say, oh, media influences on a negative way, as you were saying, well, I don't know, it's more people. Yeah. And you're right. I agree with that because the people bring it to life. The people bring the media to life. Yep. So when the people do it, then other people start following. Right? Yep. But usually it's in a more negative sense. But this is straight my example of someone saw something off of a media type platform and became that because it influenced them. Right. It just happened to be something positive. Right. You know, and I just really believe that we are a huge influence on people and situations and everything else. And it just makes a difference. I absolutely love it. But it's different when we're talking about positive stories versus negative stories, because nobody wants to believe that you just look at something and be like, I'm going to go do that. But some people, little kids do. Right. They looked at Jedi and said, I'm going to be a Jedi. I'm going to be a Jedi. And he put that in his real life. Now, a lot of people don't do that. That's why he's amazing. And I'm glad that they reached out to him. Absolutely. And I hope that he has an amazing life of awesomeness.
Yeah. And I know he will. I know he will. Would you furnish your home with like a throne? Do you want a throne? Have you ever wanted to like have a throne?
Oh, man. So
just talk on it. Just don't jump ahead, Nika.
Okay, so yes and no.
Okay, no. All right, so the story is DJ Khaled has just launched.
Think I would.
We the Best Furniture. We the Best Home is what the collection is called. Okay. We the Best Home. Okay, he's gonna first, obviously, in Miami, where he calls home, and then he's gonna roll it out nationwide. But basically, he launched an affordable line of gold furniture.
Oh my gosh!
Right. The items include couches, tables, lion statues, and even a throne if you're feeling a little extra. You want a throne?
I mean,
you can get you one.
It's a throne.
He said, everyone deserves to live like kings and queens. That's a major key. I made this collection exclusively for fan love, to show how important our homes are, and to bring we the best lifestyle into your sacred place.
Oh my gosh.
There it is.
You gotta make the throne bigger, right?
You gotta show it big.
That's crazy.
Boom! So you can live like that. House not included, but if you want this guy or this guy right here, I mean, you want this.
And the bad thing about it is somebody's gonna be living in just the most pathetic house with that throne inside.
Maybe
it's gonna be in a delicious house, and they're gonna come in and they're gonna have a throne in the middle of the living room.
Oh my gosh! Here's a problem. Looks interesting. Who's this? What are you doing, girl?
Who is that girl?
I don't know. We in a photo shoot, and you over here trying to hide behind.
Right. Who is that?
Man, listen.
Is that the maid? Is that his woman?
I don't know.
Who is it?
I don't know.
It's Tupac.
It's Tupac. It is not. Tupac does not wear tight jeans like that. Anyway, so if you want to get your, just keep an eye out, because it's in Miami right now, but it'll be where you at.
I don't know, man. I might get me a throne. I mean, might
get you a couple lions.
Yeah,
Wakanda style. Put it out in your front yard.
I don't want any lions. I don't want any of that.
Why not?
I just don't.
She a lioness.
I don't want the gold lions and stuff. The throne and the throne, 2 thrones, one for me and one for Boo. I could deal with that. But
May a lion in the middle?
I don't want no lion. I don't want no gold lion.
Throne here, lion in the middle that you can just pet while people come and see you.
I got dogs.
Can I help you?
This is a real.
Just pet your dog. Can I help you?
Because if you see me petting a gold structure lion, you need to call for help.
Yes. Yes. I'm guessing if you buy any of this stuff, might need to call for help.
You might.
What does the coffee table look like? As soon as I get one of these books,
you're gonna. Yeah, we got.
I am going to show everybody.
Yeah, we gotta look at the furniture.
We gotta look
and
at
see.
it.
Now, I would like to talk about this just for a second.
Sure.
That other one.
Which one?
The Kanye.
Oh, okay.
Just cause. I want to see what he says.
All right. So a while back, Kanye West tweeted with the picture of a MAGA hat, right? And he basically in the tweet said that slavery was a choice.
He said slavery was a choice, but was also
a couple days ago he apologized for it.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, okay. A couple days ago he apologized for it, but the world is a little bit of 2 minds of it. They don't, and. One thing I wanted to do was kind of play the apology, but we don't have that sound set up yet. We could probably do that on Monday.
Yeah.
But
Tuesday.
People are Tuesday. Sorry, cake time.
Right.
People are of it, right? Half of the people feel as though, okay, yeah, he apologized for doing it or what have you, and okay, move on. And then other people are like, I don't think that was an apology, like. Because half the way the wording was, some people felt that it wasn't a true apology, and some people were like, "No, the man apologized. Listen to the words, and he apologized." But it was kind of people are on the fence about it, right?
Gotcha.
So the people that feel that he apologized, okay, the man apologized. He took his time. He didn't need to apologize, but he was on Chicago radio. He said something and then apologized. And then the people that don't feel he apologized feel that the apology was kind of like, I'm sorry you feel that way, which is not really an apology, right? I'm sorry you got hurt.
Well, my first thought was,
not you got hurt, but I'm sorry you have those kind of feelings
towards
it.
Towards it. Which means that it has nothing to do with me.
But it's weird because when you listen to it, you're not sure.
Yeah.
Right? It's hard to. Are you apologizing for me feeling this way, or are you apologizing because you did? Because you did something to me, so to speak, or to us.
Well, what I'm trying to figure out is what was the apology, and I guess because apologizes for saying it.
Okay.
When he said
I can read it, but in reading it, it doesn't have the same intonation. And I heard it, and I see where people were
on the fence about it.
If I read it to you, which I'm going to read it to you, it's still me saying it, so I might put inflection where he didn't.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not mimicking his apology.
The way he said it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he said, I don't know if I properly apologized for how that slave comment made people feel. So I want to take this moment right now to say that I'm sorry for hurting. I'm sorry for the 1-2 effect of the MAGA, Make America Great Again, Donald Trump campaign hat into the slave comment. Then he was talking to 107.5 in Chicago. Mm-hmm. He said, and I'm sorry for people who felt let down by that moment. And also, I appreciate you guys for giving me the opportunity to talk to you about the way I was thinking and what I was going through and what led me to that. So that was the apology.
Okay.
So even just reading it like that, what are you sorry for?
I mean, so yeah, right. So you're sorry that you said it. You're sorry that like you said, we felt a certain way.
I want to take this moment right now to say that I'm sorry for hurting. I'm sorry for the 1-2 effect of the MAGA hat into the slavery comment.
Right.
And he continued on, and I'm sorry for people who felt let down by that moment.
Right.
Which then takes you out of it. Like, huh? I'm sorry for people.
So I feel bad for the people that were let down by that moment.
Right,
and so my question is,
don't feel bad for me, apologize to me.
Right, just say I'm sorry. Right, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I did that.
Yeah.
Period.
I'm sorry I said this.
I'm sorry I said this. Period.
Right.
That's not how I feel.
So now that's my question. So, because when he said it, you had the people arguing on 2 sides. That's why it's always so funny. People telling you what you feel like Kanye would meant. right? Oh, well, Kanye meant this. Well, this is what he meant when he said it, and I agree with him, right? Now he's saying, I'm sorry that I said it. So what does that mean, right?
The streets is cold, people.
Right.
That's what it means.
Right. So that's what I'm always like. So you got a whole bunch of people agreeing with what you're saying because they felt like, ooh. And then now you're like, I'm sorry I said it. So now I want to go back to the people who agreed with you and be like, so now you still agree? Because he's sorry. So now what, right? Because obviously that's not what he meant. What you trying to explain to me, what he meant when he said it, obviously he didn't mean it because he's apologizing for it now. So do you believe it or not? Like, you know what I'm saying? Stand by what you believe. If you truly believe that slavery was a choice, then stand by it.
Right.
And people who say that to me now, same thing. The people who are going with him, oh, well, slavery, yeah, I believe it because if I was in the slave time, all right, let's talk about it.
Right.
Would you really?
No.
You know? And if you're not in the slave times now, why are you still mentally enslaved? Right? So let's talk about why we still got slavery in a sense now, when we had a black president and black millionaires and black this and black that and black this that have run the world. Right. So, and now
black
we're even
billionaires.
Thank you. And now we're even educated more on our black history to even know, like here in San Antonio, black people helped build stuff all over. It wasn't just the east side. It didn't start on the east side, it started on the west side, you know? So like,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's like, so do you still believe that? Do you not? I just, you know, it's so much more to it.
Believe it or not, there is a tinge of privilege that comes with being able to make a statement like that.
Absolutely.
Right? A tinge of privilege.
And that's what the TMZ guy said.
You feel privileged or not. I'm not even just talking about Kanye because there's definitely, I've heard people say, man, I wouldn't be no slave if I was back. I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
Are you kidding me right now?
Because even that, knowing that we both live in these projects, which is where I heard it, knowing that we both live upstairs in these projects, knowing that we both have no money, you sounding crazy privileged right now. Privileged to not have to be a slave.
Right.
Privileged that our parents and our grandparents fought so that you could be out here chilling.
Right.
Right? And not be hosed down, or you could go across the street and get a sandwich.
And you could actually have a business without people stealing and knocking it down.
You don't understand how privileged you are for that right now?
Right.
So even taking that all aside, there is a level of privilege that comes along with being able to, making a statement
in the first place,
right? Whether you feel privileged or not, the fact that you're not a slave, that's the privilege that you're exercising right now.
Yeah, and we even talked
given
about
to you by
that
somebody else
with the economics, with being poor, not poor, living in the ghetto, in the hood, or whatever the case may be, and we compare America, quote unquote, poor people, with people on the other side of the world, poor people.
Right.
And and I can say, but poor people that I know that claim to be poor, but you got a flat screen TV. Your kids are wearing Jordans.
Yeah.
You've got running water.
Right.
You've got so many things
right.
that some in other definitions of poor
right.
have nothing.
Right.
They're still going outside and
come take a trip with me to DR and I'll show you poor.
There you go.
I'll show you poor. And when I show you that, tell you that there's somebody poorer than this.
Poorer than that.
Out here.
Yes.
Like, then I'll show you poor.
And,
like,
and you go to different places and say, oh, now this, and their regular average person, I mean, our poor people are living way better than this. Not only are they...
Like we were saying the other day about how I saw that documentary with Canada, the Canadian,
yes.
the Canadian projects, and I was like, what?
What is this? Is this the projects? I'm coming.
Gling, gling. People riding around. Hi,
on their bikes with bells and stuff. Is that a loaf of bread?
With a dog. Have they just came from the market with bread and wine and cheese
and a pepperoni roll. Is this the ghetto? That's happening right now. So yes, that's exactly right. So sometimes
oh my goodness, we are terribly poor.
Sometimes people sound stupid. I had a friend though, but again,
Muffy had to give away her rolls the other day. They had to come and.
I'm so sad.
Oh, we don't even have enough to repaint it this week. Wow.
So look, lifestyle, how you raise, all that good stuff, all takes precedence, right? Because that's one guy, he was sitting there, he was depressed. I mean depressed, like Nika get depressed when I don't know where the rent coming. Like,
right.
All right. What do I do today?
Can I go outside?
And you don't want to talk to nobody because you know they done they done heard it all before, you know. So, Lord, I'm depressed. This dude is in serious depression. Man, what is wrong? What's going on? Man, I'm broke. I don't know. I done spent all this money and I did this. I mean, I know I paid all this stuff, but I am not used to only having this money in the bank. I don't know what to do with my, well, how much do you have in the bank? Right. I only got like $57,000. I said, don't talk to me no more. You will shut up your face.
What is it? You want a 30-second timeout? I am not talking to you.
You will shut your
anymore.
mouth.
Right. I only have 50, but it just kind of goes to show you the human condition.
Exactly.
Right?
And
that's
how
the human condition.
That's how he was raised too. Like, you know, I was raised not to have any less than this, always to have this. You know, that's how he's lived his entire life. Right. So that 57,000.
So it was truly weighing on him. Like, oh my gosh. You know who else was raised like that?
I was like, slap out of it, fool. It's okay. You got money. Don't worry about it.
Are you going to be able to pay the rent? Oh, well, of course.
No,
what do you mean?
But wait, this is what's so bad about it.
He
only had $57,000 left because he just got through buying in full a house. So he wouldn't have any payments. Shut up.
Wow.
I don't know what you're
and
talking
no rent.
about.
Wow. Okay.
But
you know
again,
what? But
in his mind,
everybody has their level, right?
And I wanted to slap the living crappy out of him.
Right. That is why
coins.
Even rich people.
Yes.
I mean, that's the human condition, right?
Yes.
So one of the best pieces of advice I heard, and I think I've said this before, was from Common, who got that advice from his grandfather. And his grandfather told him when he was very, very young, he said, I will never forget this in my life, and this is how I operate my life right now. Mm-hmm. Never buy something unless you can buy it twice. Never. That was Common, and that's how Common lives right now, right? Never pull out your wallet unless you can buy that 2 times.
Yeah, my daddy used to say, don't buy it unless you can do it in cash, and it doesn't hurt you at the end of the day.
And it doesn't hurt you. Okay, so if you take that with you throughout life, and
nice.
You went and bought something, and you're like, crap, I only got half that money. If I wanted to buy it again, I couldn't.
Right.
It might hurt your world a little bit, right?
Absolutely.
It's going to mess your world up. Because
you're
not used to being this irresponsible with money, right? But it's about levels. So that's the human condition. You got billionaires out there contemplating suicide because I ain't used to not. I mean, you mean I'm just going to be
a millionaire?
I'm only going to be a million? Are you kidding? Right? Because you're so used to a standard that you set for yourself that you disappoint. You know, and that can hit you emotionally no matter what standard of life you seem to have, you know? Some of us know how to some of us really know how to maneuver around a system.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why I say you got the other scale. Like,
you got the other scale.
I ain't worked in 15 years.
I am the system. And how is this not functioning now? Right?
And got Man. Yeah. And when we were talking about the system period, like the folks that, why would I get off? Because if I made $5 more, then I wouldn't get no free food, no free this, no extra housing break, no woo-woo-woo, no woo-woo. So I'm just going to stay right here and never better themselves.
Which is a whole other.
It's a whole nother conversation.
It just begins, I mean, making that extra $5 is the on-ramp to success.
Right.
And yet I'd rather not take that trip
because you given when I'm literally just being given.
Do you think it has something to do with fear? Do you think it's like, absolutely. I'm afraid not to succeed, therefore I'm not even going to try?
Absolutely. Okay. I think it definitely has to do with fear. I think some of it has to do with fear. Mm-hmm. Some of it, I mean, and of course, to each his own as far as people, but I think fear is in there, laziness is in there, I'm going back to fear because you got the fear of succeeding when you're not used to that element. Right? What happens when I succeed? I've been struggling all my life. I don't even know how it feels. It's kind of like meeting a really good man after you've dated 5 horrible ones. And
sabotaging it because you don't know how to deal with a real good relationship. Because you're not used to
a good man.
Yes.
Right? And you didn't know that that's what they do. Mm-hmm. You thought he was doing something. So it's the same type of thing and you end up sabotaging it. But there's fear of being successful. I've felt that too myself. And then there's the fear of, can I keep it going? Because usually people in that situation do have 3 or 4 kids.
Right.
So as soon as I make that $5 more.
Right. Now I got to make $500 more.
Man,
so I gotta work. I gotta grind.
You
now.
gotta grind now. Right. There is no missing this and missing that. I might have to get 2 jobs. I might have to do this, and now more work, less time here. There's so many things you gotta balance, and maybe they don't want to do that. And then comfortability. I'm comfortable right now. I'm happy. I'm comfortable. Right. So I don't want to lose that. And I'm telling you, I done been into some Section 8 housing and things like that, and I'm like, where's the paperwork? Right. I want to move here. Yeah. You know, because this
bathroom is nicer than my house. How are we doing this?
There's some places, especially the new ones that they're building. You know, they're nice, and still you only got to make this amount of money. So if I do put myself in here, I've literally put myself into the system. Right. Man. Right. No. But if you've been there, man, you think you're moving on up. Oh man, look at this nice apartment. I got 3 upstairs. There's an island kitchen and this and that. I feel like I'm living great. Right. But they got you right where they want you. Steady. Can only live off of us. We your mom and daddy.
Honestly, I don't even think they want us there. It's supposed to be a crutch, and that's what they keep. That's what they keep.
But you would think that they would help us get,
right?
Yeah. But they want us to be crutched forever.
They don't. They want us to go out there and earn. And I mean, let's talk to Paul. Call Paul. He'll tell you.
He'll say, right?
We need to, we're the ones that need to go out there, and you can use it as a crutch for as long as you need it. But then you got to go out there and strike out on your own.
Strike out on your own, do something.
Which I agree with. Right? I don't want to sit here and be.
I feel like there should be a time limit, right?
A time limit
for services.
Or, invest in people. Invest in your populace, right? Forgetting investing in the community. Invest in your people, your populace as a country, right? Mm-hmm. Invest in each other because we are the government. We are the country.
Right.
Invest in the populace. And while they're going through having to get unemployment insurance, having to collect on unemployment insurance, or having to get welfare, or having to then train us to do one of these incredibly difficult jobs that I'm being told no Americans can't fill because we're not trained properly, right?
Right.
So there's apparently, I might be off, certainly going to be off on the numbers, but apparently there's been an uptick in jobs that we're just not qualified for, right? Because in high tech or high educational kind of things, there's an uptick in the amount of those jobs that are being unfilled by Americans that end up, people come over with genius visas and end up doing those jobs, right? And a downtick in manual labor or blue collar jobs available, right? So if we need to be trained to do these computer jobs or to do these whatever aeronautical jobs or what, train us. Then let's get the schooling in, right? Invest in the populace, right? Because sooner or later, what's going to end up happening is Americans are going to be able to do those jobs. More foreigners, more of them people that we trying to keep out are going to be coming in to do those jobs.
Don't get me started. I'm so confused.
And then the landslide to, those that are in power not being in power anymore are going to end, that landslide is going to get faster. So invest in the current populace, invest in Americans, invest in the people, make us smarter, make us more effective in the workplace, make us better so that as America we can rise, right? Instead of having this petty infighting, I'm positive that other countries looking at us, not just because of our presidential tweets, but other countries looking at us like, are you kidding me right now? Like, you guys got everything. How are you?
And we got everything going on.
You got everything. You got all the money. You got all the military might. You got all of the entertainment capital. Mm-hmm. You've got all of the sports. You guys got easily the best of almost everything, and this is how, what are you doing?
Right.
It's like you guys get dumber yearly. What is happening?
I feel that way sometimes.
Invest in the people, man.
I do.
Invest in the people. Anywho,
he says y'all get dumber yearly.
That's just what they saying in the Bronx. Y'all get dumber yearly.
I'm like, what the hell's going on?
We out here trying to rise. Streets is too cold. Anyways, I know it's about that time. And I know we came
past that time.
I know we came on a little late today, guys, and we want to extend it past 10 a little bit. Not just for that, just because we never want to leave anyway.
Yeah, but that's when we leave, we got to go do
other stuff.
Yeah.
ain't always as fun.
It is not
as these 2 hours every morning with you. It's not.
That is for sure.
Any hoot, prayer time.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Dear Lord, dear Lord, dear Lord, thank you so very much for waking us up for another day and giving us another opportunity to uplift the kingdom. Thank you for this awesome week, and we look forward to a fantastic weekend. Sure. Continues to give us strength and just power, just to power through whatever it is that gets in our way, and to be successful at the end with smiles and joy, knowing that we're doing the things that we love. Give us traveling grace today, and of course, let's keep joining our
William Crushaw, attorney at law, can help you with criminal law, probate, real estate, and litigation.
Yes, absolutely. All right, guys, we love you. We hope that you have an incredible holiday weekend.
Yes.
Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Don't forget to come on back and share it with the one, because we're still broadcasting all weekend long.
Yeah, we got, we have some shows and stuff on. Again, we'll be here probably jamming out, add music.
Of course.
Doing some fun stuff around the office. Absolutely. And rearranging.
And you know what's also awesome is that you can download our app and listen to the one 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yes.
Put us right in the corner. Connect us to your Alexa and your speakers and all that
Alexa,
good stuff. And
play
rock
the one.
Play the one. And we can rock out with you all weekend long during your barbecues, during your pool time, during your whatever. Have the One Radio on in the background.
Most definitely.
Not only show us love, but show yourself some love.
Absolutely.
The music is good here.
We
love you with everything. Have a great weekend. We're going to see you guys on Tuesday. Keep it sexy, keep it clean, and keep it classy.
There you go.
Kissy face. We're out of here.
I think you have to keep it clean last, though.
I don't know. I like clean stuff, but it's not always about being clean, Nika.
All the talking, girl. Why don't we stop wasting time?